Vlog number 32. I'm back. So I know you guys missed me, and I understand. I was doing daily vlogs all day, every day since I got my breast cancer diagnosis. But after I hit day 31, I decided to make some changes. And I hope that you like what I came up with. So one, we're going to stop calling this the breast cancer vlog, and we're just going to call it a vlog. And two, we're going to stop labeling them by days, and we're just going to say number. So for instance, this is vlog number 32, because I'm going to give myself some grace and be allowed to not stream some days and not record some videos some days, and then to sum it all up like I'm about to do right now and give you a great vlog when it's time to. So sit back, relax, and let's talk about it. A lot has happened since I last talked to you guys, and I'm going to really jump into it so quickly because I only have like 10 minutes to make this video. So the first thing is we had Valentine's weekend. Happy Valentine's. And I wanted to say a lot of people were asking me, what did me and mine do for Valentine's? We always celebrate the holidays. We just don't do like big extravaganzas. As much as we would love to, we don't have the money for that, okay? So what we did was we went out to brunch in the morning, because he had to work in the evening, and we didn't want to go the day to go without it being recognized. So we went out to one of my favorite restaurants for breakfast, had brunch. He went to work, I came home, and I pretty much just napped and chilled in the bed for like 4 hours. I didn't really do much. I just really just relaxed. And I think what I was doing was I was just mentally preparing myself for the week coming up, because I knew today was coming. Today being Tuesday, February 17th. And I was having a lot of anxiety because today I was supposed to have a colonoscopy, and I've never had a colonoscopy, and it wasn't part of my treatment plan that is needed for this breast cancer diagnosis. But being that they were doing an endoscopy and it was on the books, we didn't know when I could get the endoscopy done. I was like, might as well go ahead and have the colonoscopy. So I had scheduled it for today, but I didn't have a colonoscopy today. No, I actually had an endoscopy. And let me tell you how the universe worked in my favor. So I get the kit. They give you a kit, and I'm always creating these videos like I'm teaching you, because I'm very well aware that some of you know what an endoscopy and colonoscopy is, but there's like millions of people who don't know. So that's why I create my vlogs in a way to educate, because I know if I was sitting there watching these, I'd be like, what is that? What does that entail? And then I can help in that aspect. So I'm not just storytelling, I'm also educating as well. So for those of you that have had this before, you can fast forward. But basically, you get a kit from the doctor's office, and you have to do like a 24-hour fast, a liquid clear diet fast, and then you have to take these pills and these powders to make you go to the bathroom. And I did that. I got everything ready yesterday. And yesterday at 2 o'clock, I was supposed to start this detox, this flush of my system. But at 11 o'clock in the morning yesterday, the nurse called me and said, we're canceling the colonoscopy because we can get you in on Friday to do the endoscopy. Now remember, the endoscopy is more important because we found something around my pancreas area that they're very concerned about, and they won't do my surgery on my breast until we get that taken care of. So that's the most important thing to get in. However, I couldn't do it on Friday because Friday I'm teaching a Reiki 1 and 2 class, and I have a lady flying in all the way from New Hampshire to take this class. And it never dawned on me to reschedule her. And I think that just speaks to my healer heart. Like, just, I'm such a teacher and I'm such a healer that it never dawned on me to ask her to rearrange her life for me. It was just automatic. I told the nurse, no, I can't have this endoscopy on Friday, even though I know this is the one thing that's been holding us up for the surgery. I was like, I can't do it. And you know what? Not for nothing, side note, stick to your guns and do what you know is right. I know it was right for me to say that and do that, even though my health right now is on the line. But that woman is coming all the way from New Hampshire, so I couldn't do that to her. You know what I'm saying? So I said to the nurse, I said, you know what? I can't do it. And she said, okay, hold the line, which I did. She said, let me get back to you because let's see if we can do the endoscopy today, Tuesday. But if not, then we'll just have you do the colonoscopy. And apparently, for those of you that don't know, most times they can do a colonoscopy and endoscopy at the same time. But because I had to have this done at the hospital, because they also wanted to do an ultrasound to really test out what this thing is, I could not have the colonoscopy at the same time. And if you're having these two procedures, you have to have at least 7 days in between before you can have either procedure. So that's why they weren't caring so much about the colonoscopy. They really want the endoscopy done. So it's like 11 o'clock in the morning. I have to take these pills at 2. And I'm like, okay, I'm trusting God and let's go. So she goes, she makes the calls that she got to make because she got to go call the doctor, the hospital, the insurance company. She has to do all these calls before 2 p.m. because if I'm having a colonoscopy today, I got to start taking these pills. At 1:45 p.m., she calls back. And this is how I know God is good, God is great, and he is always working in my favor. Thank you, universe, right? She calls at 1:45. She's like, don't take the pills. You're having an endoscopy tomorrow. I said, great. All excited, all happy. And then it finally sinks into me. I'm having an endoscopy today, which I also have never had. So I prepared myself mentally. I journaled, I meditated, I did some Reiki. I went to bed early enough, and then I got up this morning. My man took me over there. And I have to tell you, it was a very pleasant experience in terms of all the staff at Reston Hospital. Shout out Reston Hospital, from the parking to the registrars to all the nurses, the anesthesiologist, the doctor, everybody. They were amazing. All right. They calmed me down. They understood that I have anxiety, and they were very nice and kind to me. And it went fairly quickly. They tell you to be there 2 hours before your time. Like my appointment time was 10:45 this morning, so we had to be there for 8:45. And my man came with me. He was in the room with me, and they prepped me and everything just went smoothly. Nothing hurt, nothing pained. The only thing that was like a little pinch was when they put the IV in my arm, but that was it. So after they did everything, they asked me a bunch of questions, make sure that everything was correct. They wheeled me back and they put me in the room. And that's when I started having a lot of anxiety, because they put you in this room, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of monitors, and just a lot of stuff going on. And my heart is racing through the roof. And I think the nurse recognized that, because my eyes were like deer in headlights, like, right? And I think she recognized that. She's like, I'm going to give you a little something to take the edge off. And I was like, give me whatever you got, sister. Pump it up. And boy, did she, because I don't remember anything after that. All I remember is waking up in the room and my man was there. And I was like, oh, thank God. But look how fast this thing works, right? I'm sitting there, I'm getting dressed, getting ready to and I'm a little bit groggy and kind of, bumping into things, but I kind of get my sense of bearing, because they don't give you full anesthesia. It's just a very light sedation so that they can do what they got to do. And they get me my discharge papers. In the discharge papers, they tell me right away, everything's clear, all clear. Everything's good. Yay, let's celebrate. Everything's all good and you're good to go. I'm good to go. Can I tell you, on my drive home to my house, I'm getting a call from the plastic surgeon office, from my surgeon's office. We have a date set. It is March 11th. I'm going to be having my first surgery. And I can't help but feel so happy. Yes, I just had an endoscopy today. You guys are wondering why I'm talking so fast. My throat does hurt. It feels like a bubble permanently stuck in there. But I'm talking really fast because I'm so happy. Did you guys know today is the first day of the Chinese New Year? Happy Year of the Fire Horse. Did you know that happened on this day? And did you know that I am super excited because everything is moving along? I do have another extra thing to say, which I'm going to make in the next video. It's not going to be part of the vlog. It's going to be a special announcement because I do have to put that out there. But I just want to say to you guys that I am changing the vlog. We're no longer calling this the breast cancer journey. We're just calling it vlog number whatever, because I will be missing days. I will be fully present during this whole process. And I just want to be I want to be here and present and not worrying about making videos. But I do promise you, those of you that have been following, I will get these videos out to you as soon as I can. I'm in good spirits. I'm happy. I'm joyful. And I know that I got this because I have so many of you praying for me. I am praying for myself. And I just still have purpose. I have a purpose in this world. So my light, fortunately enough, will not be snuffed out anytime soon. Let's keep celebrating.